San Mamés, Bilbao, 21st of May 2025. 49,924 voices turn Europe's grandest cathedral into a pressure cooker. Two strugglers, 16th placed Manchester United and 17th placed Tottenham, scrap for a lifeline, and North London finds the spark. Tottenham 1, Manchester United 2. Minute 42, Brennan Johnson throws himself at Pat Matasar's skidding cross. Luke Shaw supplies the unwanted assist. Andre Onana watches the ball dribble home. Spurs lift their first trophy since 2008 and their first European silverware since 1984. How did the league's leakiest highline survive? Ange Postecoglou ditched his gospel, dropping the back four 12 metres. Spurs surrendered 73% possession, faced 16 United shots, 6 on target, yet never cracked. Ruben Amorim's midfield spun like a roulette wheel, plenty of chips, 0 payout. Mickey van der Ven's airborne goal line kung fu on Rasmus Højlund's header preserved immortality. United's build-up crawled so slowly the Guggenheim considered adding it as a kinetic sculpture. Joke 2, when Casemiro finally completed a forward pass, VAR ordered carbon dating. One scruffy deflection, one acrobatic clearance, and a season of misery flips into lifetime memory for Spurs. United go home with possession stats and emptier souls. Roll the tape back to January 28, 1899. Newton Heath draw 1-1 with Tottenham Hotspur in an FA Cup mudbath, lighting the fuse on a rivalry that has now roared through 126 years and counting. From the Busby Babes post-war swagger to Bill Nicholson's double winners, each generation has stamped its own dialect on the fixture. But until Bilbao, its DNA has always been the same. One part daring, one part disdain, and a stubborn refusal by either club to accept the other's script. 11 v 11. Across 204 competitive meetings, the maths is ruthless. Manchester United wins 96, Tottenham 57, stalemates 51. Strip out the pre-Premier League decades and United's grip only tightens. 39 wins and just 13 defeats in 63 top-flight clashes since 1992. Sir Alex Ferguson's era wrote that story in ink. Lads, it's Tottenham became more than a quip when his sides went unbeaten in 26 straight games between 2001 and 2009, flipping outrageous comebacks like the 5-3 at White Hart Lane in 2001 into folklore. Yet history never stays put. Jose Mourinho's men ripped up Old Trafford 6-1 in October 2020, a sonic boom that announced Spurs' modern confidence. Under Ange Postecoglou, the pendulum has swung harder still. 5 meetings, 4 Spurs wins, 1 draw capped by this season's clean sweep, 3-0 at Old Trafford. 4-3 in a riotous Carabao Cup quarter-final, 1-0 in North London and now 1-0 on Basque soil. Tottenham arrive in Bilbao unbeaten in 6 against United, their longest purple patch since the early 80s. Big occasions have been rarer. Until Wednesday night, the club shared just one major final, the 2009 League Cup. That day, Ben Foster's infamous iPod notes and Edwin van der Sar's stare won a 4-1 shootout after 120 sterile minutes, leaving Spurs to wonder what sorcery United kept hidden in their kit bags. On the goal-scoring ledger, Dennis Law still reigns with 14 against Spurs, trailed by Sir Bobby Charlton's dozen. Wayne Rooney carries the Premier League crown on 11, level with Tottenham legends Jimmy Greaves and Bobby Smith. So the Bilbao final doesn't stand alone. It's the latest reel in a saga where momentum is finally changing colour. United remain the record keepers, but Spurs have rewritten the last chapter and perhaps the mood music for the next century. San Mamés, 21st of May 2025. 2 relegation-flirting giants march out beneath the cathedral lights, one seeking absolution, one clinging to reputation. Ange Postecoglou gambles big. Richarlison starts. Son stays wrapped in tracksuit. Ruben Amorim responds with Mason Mount tucked into the half spaces of a 3-4-3 United still don't recognise. The opening exchanges feel like an awkward first date. Spurs camp deep. United tap the ball around at 73% possession, yet create little more than polite conversation. In match, 9 minutes gone, Tottenham have completed 9 passes in the final third. Manchester United have completed 9 complaints to the referee. The tempo is so flat, even VAR is asking for a double espresso. Tottenham's best outlet is Brennan Johnson, sprinting the channels. Pape Sarr whips crosses as though everyone comes with air miles. But without James Maddison or Kulusevski to stitch play, Spurs rely on muscle memory and moon shoots. Minute 42, chaos blossoms. Sarr fizzes another low ball. Johnson lunges, the ball ricochets off Luke Shaw's ribcage, flicks Johnson's studs and dribbles past a statuesque Andre Onana. Goal? Own goal? At 1-0, nobody in white cares. It is Spurs' only shot on target all night, yet it will end 17 years of jeers. Half-time arrives to whistles and disbelief. United lead every metric, 16 attempts to 3, 6 shots on target to 1, but trail the one number chiselled into silver. Spurs emerge in full siege mode, a 5-4-1 masquerading as white bunting. Amorim unleashes Alejandro Garnacho, then Casemiro. Bruno Fernandes begins a metronome of diagonal balls to Amad Diallo. Second joke. United's attack resembles emails stuck in the outbox delivered to absolutely no one. Minute 68 gives Bilbao its postcard. Vicario flaps at a hanging cross. Rasmus Højlund nods goalward. And Mickey van der Ven pirouettes into a flying bicycle clearance on the goal line. Torvill Dean in size 11 boots. Preserving immortality. United push until the 7th minute of stoppage time. Shaw's redemptive header parried, but the equaliser never comes. Final whistle, Song Hyun-min lifts the Europa League, confetti rains. Postecoglou, the self-proclaimed non-clown, keeps his second season streak alive, and Spurs claim their third European title, first since 1984. Johnson, shaking, tells reporters, "We got it done. I couldn't watch the last minutes." Vicario thanks Mickey's magic boot. Spurs qualify for the Champions League from 17th place, history's ugliest Cinderella. Meanwhile, United fan lines melt. Moyes, Van Gaal, Mourinho, Solskjaer, Ten Hag, now Amorim. Maybe the mirror's cracked, not the manager. Another insists sacking the Portuguese is cheaper than buying 11 square pegs. The debate loops while Spurs dance, proof that one scruffy finish, one gravity-defying clearance, and 27% possession can rewrite 17 years of punchlines. Manchester is left with questions. North London finally has its answer. San Mamés is empty now, the confetti trampled into the turf, but the questions echo louder than the cheers. For Tottenham, the headline is stark. First trophy since 2008, first European crown since 1994. Champions League football salvaged from a season spent marooned in 17th. Brennan Johnson's scruffy stab and Mickey van der Ven's mid-air rescue have brought the club a summer of hope, but not of certainty. And Postecoglou reminded everyone he usually wins something in year 2, and now duly delivered.
I'll correct myself, I don't usually win things, I always win things in my second year. Nothing's changed.
Now Daniel Levy must choose, double down on an idealistic who just parked the bus to lift a cup, or wave him off as a one-night folk hero. 12 senior contracts expire within 18 months, the wage bill bulges, and the football served in Bilbao contradicted the crusading style Postecoglou preached. Evolution or revolution? The clock to August is already ticking. Manchester United's autopsy feels grimly familiar. 16th in the league, no silver, another manager on the brink. Ruben Amorim's back three experiment offered sterile control but no incision, and the fan cycle of blame is spinning again. Moyes, Van Gaal, Mourinho, Ten Hag, Amorim. Maybe the mirror's cracked, not the manager's. Sacking the Portuguese would cost less than reshaping a squad to fit his 3-4-3, but either path demands clarity Old Trafford has lacked since Sir Alex silenced the hairdryer. So, the night that ended Tottenham's punchline could spark a summer earthquake on both sides. One ricochet settled the cup. The aftermath will be measured in transfers, budgets and boardroom nerve. End credits. Spurs waltz back into Europe's elite. United face yet another rebuild, staring into the revolving door they installed themselves. Football's wheel never stops. It just reminded us tonight how violently it can spin.